Hello students, welcome to Easy Elimu Learning Simplified. My name is Mr. Stanley Umbogo. So in our previous video, dear students, we learned about typical endings of adjectives. We were able to identify some of the suffixes that we have at the end of adjectives. So if you missed that, kindly uh, check it out so that we all read from the same script. So in this video, this is still a continuation of adjectives, and in this video I'd like us to look at now some of the functions of adjectives in sentences. So dear students, adjectives perform uh, various functions in sentences. So some of the functions that adjectives perform in sentences include number one, uh, adjectives modify noun phrases. Number two, adjectives function as subject complements. Number three, they also function as object complements. And lastly, we also have adjectives functioning as appositives. So do not be worried. We are going to, look at each function. So let us start by looking at, adjectives functioning as a noun, pronoun, or a noun phrase modifiers. So an adjective can describe a noun, a pronoun, or a noun phrase. For example, we can say that, or we have an example that reads, "My niece brought yellow handkerchiefs." So if you look at, the sentence, "My niece brought yellow handkerchiefs," there is the adjective yellow. Yellow is an adjective color. So it is describing handkerchiefs, which is a noun. So in this case, we say that an adjective has been used to describe a noun. There is also the second sentence, "The tiny cat ate all the meat." We have a tiny cat. There is also this example, "The students picked someone's stupid to lead them." The students picked someone stupid to lead them. We also have that is the adjective someone stupid. Then in the last example, "The cook served us bland African salad." So we also have the adjective served. So the second function, we have adjectives functioning as subject complements. So dear students, a subject complement is a word or a phrase or sometimes a clause that follows a linking verb. So a linking verb, these are popular verbs like is, are, and so on, and describes the subject. So I'm repeating, a subject complement is a word, phrase, or clause that follows a linking verb and describes the subject. So adjective phrases that function as subject complements are also known as predicate adjectives. So if you keenly study the examples that we have below, you will realize that the underlined words are the adjectives describing the subjects that are in boldface. So the first example is, "The bread tastes sweet." The second example, "She is tall." Then the third example, "My coat is black." So let us look at the third function of adjectives in sentences. So the third function, we have adjectives as object complement. So, dear students, an object complement is a word, phrase, or a clause that directly follows and modifies the direct object. So remember, a direct object is the receiver, that is of an action. So in the sentences that follow, the direct objects have been underlined, while the adjectives are in boldface. So keenly study these examples to help you understand how adjectives can function as object complements in sentences. So the first example, the carpenter painted the table red. The second example, Catholics consider saints holy. And the third example, you make them sad. So look at the direct objects that are underlined, and again look at the adjectives that are in bold. So on to the next thing. Let us look at functions of adjectives as appositives. So we can also have adjectives in sentences functioning as appositives. So before we look at examples, and before we get to understand that better, uh, let us first ask ourselves, what are appositives? So an appositive, dear student, is a word, phrase, or a clause that supports another word, phrase, or clause by describing the word, phrase, or clause. So they they support other words, phrases, or clauses by describing them. So appositives are often inserted using commas or brackets. Sometimes, we say that we use the commas and brackets in sentences to give additional information. Maybe the information is not, it is not the main idea. The information provided within the commas or the brackets are not the main idea in the sentence, but they are just there to give additional information. So in the sentences that follow, the appositives have been italicized. So in the first sentence, the boy, comma, hungry and exhausted, comma, passed out. So if we remove, hungry and exhausted, the sentence will still express a complete thought. Assuming that we don't have hungry and exhausted, the sentence will read, the boy passed out. So it is still complete. So we have added the appositive or inserted the appositive using a comma. So the second sentence, aware of our approach, the terrorists flee. Aware of our approach, comma, the terrorists flee. So comma has also been used there to, provide additional information. So the third example, the lady, comma, rich and kind, cleared my bill. The lady, comma, rich and kind, cleared my bill. So that is also another example in a sentence. So can you really tell what they modify? That is by looking at the three examples. So the first sentence, in the first sentence, they modify the boy. In the second sentence, they modify the terrorist. Then in the third sentence, they modify the lady. So dear students, that brings us to a close of this session. Thank you for staying tuned till the end. Once again, my name is Mr. Stanley Ombogo. Until next time, bye.